Hello Nitro fans, Racing 393, and here we are again. I could do a whole video series on Team Associated. The thing is, I'm not that bothered, as in it doesn't irritate me that they're bringing them all out. Initially I bought nearly every single one. I think I bought about 6 in total. The first release from the clear, and then you had the RC10. Because it was something which I never had as a kid. I was a young teenager to into young adult. I could never afford one. So yeah, when Team Associated announced that they were going to bring out these certain kits, I jumped on it, and I couldn't stop jumping on it, and spent a fortune. I sort of petered off a little bit because my funds won't stretch that far, and we've just had loads of other announcements with another RC10 GT edition, which is on the previous video, and now we got this. Now this isn't even a re-release. This is something, I don't know, that they must have dreamt up. I don't know. It's got mixed reactions. The RC10 GB 2-wheel drive gas buggy, it's based on the RC10 GT. Very similar layout, closer to the RC10. But what do you think? I think I'd love to get one of these. It's in my basket. I put it in my basket, but I can't afford it at the moment. But I'll definitely buy one. It doesn't obviously come with an engine, which is a shame. I bought an engine for the RC10 GT, the re-released one, and I've still got that. I've got that to build. But I'm not one for, I say buying kits, that's not what I mean, but buying a kit and building it. I like to buy the kit, sit on it for a year, and then build it when everyone's moved on. I like that because I can get to enjoy it. The problem with, anything with social media, YouTube, any of them, that when something new comes out, it's saturated everywhere and it just takes the edge off it. And I think that just because what I'm read on Facebook pages and one thing or another, that the consensus is that this is a waste of time. And I'm always the opposite. I think, great, no one likes it. I'll go in there and I'll get it. I can't get it because I can't afford it, but I'll go in there and I'll buy it if I could. And I'll sit on it for a while, and then I'll build it when everyone's moved on. Because I've got a theory, and it goes hand in hand with a lot of things that have happened in my lifetime, regarding toys, games, models, cars, anything, real cars, toy cars, model cars, whatever. When something does bad, or it seems like it does, you go forward a few years and everybody wants one. An example is, Tamiya. I mean, we're going off the beaten track, although it's a similar car in some respects. The original Tamiya Astute, the original, looks a bit like an RC10, doesn't it? A little bit. 2-wheel drive buggy. And it had I haven't looked this up, but it had a problem with the gears, or was it the slipper clutch, or there was something wrong with the back end. I do believe they addressed it. But one is you cannot get that kit for love nor money, and if you do find it, you're going to pay a fortune. But there are people out there that if they do get one that's original, they'll keep it original because it's a timeline masterpiece for being rubbish. But I actually quite like that. I don't think it was that rubbish. I just think it was fragile. A couple of other examples being, the SRB kits. Back in the day, the Tamiya Sand Sculpture, Rough Rider, and Super Champ, and Ford Ranger. As they were very scale, but for off-road use, they were rubbish. They bounced, they didn't handle, they were like clumsy. I mean, even the Tamiya official videos only made them look good when they slowed the video down. But like everybody, not say everybody, I'd include me, but anybody that remembers the 80s from an RC perspective nowadays goes out and buy them for nostalgia purposes. Same as the Grasshopper and the Hornet. You know, back in the day, yes, they are quite fun, but they're not really any good for what they're designed for off-road. When you compare something as refined as just this one, for example, the original RC10, but they're the sort of mistakes and bits and pieces that have been made over the years but still people buy them. Now, this was never a back in the day buggy. It's something they must have dreamt up, or they had it in the works, but they just never produced it. It does look a little bit clumsy as a two-wheel drive nitro buggy. You wouldn't necessarily race it. On the video that Team Associated released, whatever the guy's name was, I don't remember, but he said he didn't know why this wouldn't be a regular thing. Now in the States it could well be. You know, nitro is very big in the States. In the UK, I'm mixed between nitro and electric. I do like my nitro. Unfortunately, I've got someone to use them when I do, so it doesn't really annoy anyone. But because everyone's busily worrying about what other people are doing, so I think that's why it gets a little bit of the old heave ho. I don't particularly like the fact you get all these. I'm going to say it out now. These YouTubers that stick out there saying nitro is dead, nitro is dead. Well, no, it's not dead. If you don't like it, go away. Stick to your electric. Stick to whatever it is you're doing. Doesn't matter. You know, I don't say other sort of genres are dead. I just either I do it or I don't. You know, I don't see why you've got to have a video on it to say that nitro is dead. Well, you know, we're not going to drill down into the fact that it might not be as popular, but it doesn't mean it's dead, does it? Anyway, get off my soapbox. So the reason I like this this particular model is because no one else does, and I'm pretty sure that go forward 5 years maybe, this won't be available anymore. And if you've got one in a box and you haven't built it, you're going to be something special, in my personal opinion. Now in the UK, I think it's something like 300 and I think its recommended retail price is £399. It's probably the same in dollars, but I think Model Sport do it for a bit of a weird figure, but £355.99. That's a bit weird. Why don't they do it £349 or something? It's quite, I don't know. It's quite a lot of money for something that isn't complete. I mean, you got the engine, which is up 100 and what was that? I can't remember. I bought one, but from Team Associated, £140. Oh, I can't remember now. But it's still £350. That's £450, nearly £5. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've got an engine which is purchased for the RC10 GT re-release. I suppose I could buy one of these and put that engine in that, couldn't I? Anyway, I can't afford one of these at the moment. I want to get one. I'm speaking to my better half. I'm trying to sweet talk her. We'll see. But what do you think? I mean, there's so many people out there that are slagging off on the RC10, or more so that the Team Associated are bringing loads of stuff out. You know, you go back to what they brought out previously. This, for example, something that doesn't really float my boat. However, if you buy one and keep it, when it's discontinued and they never do it again, this will be worth, I'm not saying to resell, but the interest will come back. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I must admit, I'm not going to buy one of these, but if I could afford it, I'd buy all the new re-releases and made up in their mind releases. I'd buy them all, because there's going to be a point when they're going to be quite unique. Surely, that's my thought process. And I don't know, even as a non-YouTube standpoint, like nothing, it's going to have a lot of interest should you build it and run it, because no one else will have one, will they? Another one, the RC28. I'm not going to buy one, but it's not going to be around in 10 years' time. They're not going to stick with these on the shelf, are they? And just store them up, nobody buying them. They'll have a certain amount, and then that'll be it. They're not going to, probably won't redo this, will they? This got quite a good reception. Again, I'm not going to get one of these. It's purely money. If I did have, I'd definitely buy it. And then you've got that other like trail sort of truck wedge. I haven't got a picture of that to hand, but it was known as fugly, wasn't it? I think you're missing a point. If you've got the money, buy one, because you might not get the opportunity again, like ever. You go forward, I mean, I'm a bit too old, but if you go forward 25 years and you've got one of these and you'll look back into like the magazines, you're going to be like looking back thinking, wow, do you remember when they did this? Because anything that's back in the day now, if you've got that in its original form, even if it was a very, you know, undesired kit, a bit like that Tamiya, what's that horrible Tamiya one called? That's, was it called a fight? I can't remember. Is it the fighting buggy? No, that don't sound right. What's that one called? It looks like a Formula 1 car, but with a little bit of a cage over it. Horrible, horrible car. Right, definitely. There's me. Definitely won't be buying that. But if it was available as a new in-box kit from back in the day, you might get it to keep because you think, well, it's an ugly duckling, but I know people that are like fascinated by this even now, and you probably could. I'm not saying, you know, I'm definitely not looking at it from a like a selling point, like holding on to this stuff and then trying to flog it on for a stupid profit. That's not what I'm after. But I quite often look back on kits of yesteryear and think, oh, I wish I had one of them. Like the Tamiya Astute being one of them, the original one. I know they've sort of re-released the Avanti and a few others that they've done, but it is personal taste, of course. And you know, why are Team Associated bringing out all these cars? Well, why not? Actually, they're sort of perhaps they're thinking of coining it in over a number of years. I guess this is a business at the end of the day. Anyway, what do you think? Is a top-down view of it. I think it looks absolutely. I think it looks brilliant, and I'm definitely going to be trying my best to get one of these with the engine. And for me personally, I will build it. I'll probably build this one over the RC10 GT because I've got, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got at least 4 RC10 GTs in various forms. I haven't built, other than the fan RC, I haven't built an official RC10 buggy. This could be a good alternative, where it would be like an RC10 GT re-released RC10. I think I would like this, but let me know your thoughts. I mean, the UK don't seem to be keen on this. I think it's mad. I think you're missing a point with Nitro, to be honest. In America and other places, but say America, it has more pull, lots more people involved, but I'm sure it'll do well out there. It's a pity the forums don't reflect that. There's a lot of, I've read some forums the other day and it's very very negative, to be honest. I mean, okay, if you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to buy it. I mean, you don't have to buy anything, but try to look at it from a different perspective. I'm not making you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It doesn't matter, but you shouldn't slag it off. Just don't buy it. There's plenty of people out there that's going to buy something like this. Doesn't float everyone's boat, but it floats my boat. So anyway, let me know what you think. Another one of these videos, opinion videos. I like this. I like Team Associated as a brand. I think they make brilliant kits. I mean, they're probably more expensive overall than Tamiya, although Tamiya are catching up. But out of the two, although I'm not really a fanboy of either, I'd buy either or. However, I probably would be drawn towards Team Associated over Tamiya if I had a choice and I had to choose one. But anyway, let me know what you think. Got some good car builds upcoming. I don't know what I'm doing yet because it's out on a poll. In the future, you're seeing this video before those videos are released. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about that and this car and Team Associated. And are you getting one? Do you want one? Do you hate them? Are you never getting one? Well, if you already got one, it's not even out in the States yet, is it? as I record this, but yeah, let me know. Good to hear from you. I appreciate you as always. Thank you for watching. This is Racing 393. Enjoy the rest of your day.